It's a beautiful day here at Millennium Park. I'm Kristy Keus and this is Fit Life Now. Thanks for joining us. Today we're going to be doing a stretching series. I have a little bit of yoga, Pilates, some isometric balancing holds for you to challenge those muscle groups, and a nice deep stretch. Remember to check with your doctor before starting any exercise program. If it hurts, just be mindful, slow down, ease off a little bit. I want you to feel your best. I just did a nice little jog of the beautiful walkway here. It's about maybe a kilometer or so, so just warm up, get some fresh air if you can, and we're gonna get started right away here. We're gonna take a big deep breath up, reaching up, and you swing forward down to your toes, bending your knees and reach up. Breathe in, exhale down. This time coming up to your toes, reach up and down, bending those knees, reach up and down. One more time, staying up on your toes. Breathe, excellent. Coming down into a nice chair pose, sitting your bum back. Knees are not going past your toes, reaching those arms forward. Breathe. Good. And as we come up, I want you to bring those arms out to the side, lifting your right leg up, balance. Now shoulders are locked back down in their sockets. Good. Looks easy, feels not so easy. Excellent. Gonna take a big breath in, coming back, exhale, coming back to that chair pose. Down. Breathe, bum sitting back, squeezing those glute muscles. Enjoying the sunshine on your back. Good, breathe up. Holding that leg up, shoulders down and back. Watch this posture. Lift nice and tall, pulling that tummy in. Hold, and come back down. This time I want you to bring your hands together. Bringing your hands in towards your chest. I want you to look over to the right, bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee, looking up to the sky. Breathe. That wind feels wonderful too. Good, reaching back forward, coming up. This time bringing your right leg out to the side, lifting that leg up nice and tall, standing tall, not sinking into those hips. Breathe. Good, coming back down into that chair pose once more. Palms together in towards your chest, rotate from the spine, bringing your right elbow to your left knee. Watch that those knees are not coming in together. Good, bum sitting back, sun shining on the face. Good, coming back to center, lifting that left leg up out to the side. Balance, lifting tall, thinking tall. Getting some heat in your muscles before we go into our deep stretching. Good, let's go through that series once more, a little faster this time. Down, reach forward, and coming up, lifting that right leg up high. Not here, here, lift, 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 lift. Feel that burn through the quads. Come back down, nice and low, squeezing those glute muscles. Making sure you can still wiggle your toes. Come back up, lifting the left leg up high. Feeling your shoulders warm up, feeling your legs warm up. Lift, lift, lift. Good, back down. This time for the rotation, palms together. Rotate to the right. If you want to add that right arm up to the sky. Good, hands back together, rotate, come up. Breathe, lift, watch again that you're not sinking there, lift up nice and tall. Good, again, do what you can. Come back down to your chair, rotate to the left, add that arm up if you'd like. Remember your modifications, do what you can do. Back to center, lift, arms open wide, chest lifted tall. Strong, powerful, proud, happy. Excellent. And breathe. Good. Now we're going to come to the edge of your mat. Take a big breath up. Exhale. I want you to bend your knees and you're going to walk out to a high plank position. Good. Feet are together. Hands are under your shoulders, looking down to the ground. Back's nice and straight. Watch for sway back or rounded back. You can do this from your knees if you'd like as well, on your toes if you can. Squeezing those elbows in, come down lowly, hugging the ground. Hold it here as long as you can. Feels good, it's tough though. Drop, rest the tops of the feet on the ground, lifting up, opening the chest up to the sky. Go again only as much as you can. If this hurts your back, higher if you'd like. tucking the toes under, downward dog, pushing your heels to the floor. I want you to walk through your feet here, bend the left leg, pushing your right heel to the floor, and then switch, bending the right leg, left heel to the floor. Walk it out slowly, just a few times here. Right and left and right and left. Good, both heels down. Press your chest closer to your thighs, shaking your head so there's no tension in your neck. Ears are between your arms. Good, bend your knees, walk your hands towards your feet. Straighten out those legs once more. Good, let's bring those arms up behind your back. Squeeze the shoulders and let your arms fall forward with you. Good, and relax the arms, bend the knees and roll it up. So your head is the last thing to come up. I'm gonna step those legs out now just a little bit wider. Putting your right hand on your right hip. Take your left arm up and over as you push your hips to the right. Nice deep bend through those obliques. Pushing the hips away. Again, breathing into the stretches. Big breath up. Up nice and tall, lengthening the spine. Exhale over to the other side. Push those hips away. Again, keeping that core nice and strong and contracted. We are working out and we're getting a nice deep stretch. Good, come on up. And this time I want you to round your back, interlace your fingers in front of you, bend your knees, tuck your chin into your chest, and round your back. Looking here, I want you to tuck those pelvises in, tuck your chin in, think of bringing your armpits towards each other, think of bringing your shoulders and your hips towards each other, and rounding through the back. And when you take a big deep breath in, feel that stretch all the way through your back. Good, exhale, come on up, breathe in. And let's go out to the side one more time, a little bit deeper this time, push those hips away. Big breath up. Exhale, other side. I like to close my eyes when I'm stretching, just allows me to go a little bit deeper, concentrate, and feel the muscles I want working. Good, big breath up. Exhale, forward, bending the knees, rounding the back, tucking your chin in, tucking your hips in. And big breath open, thumbs up, thumbs back, opening the chest. And big deep breath, stepping up. And exhale. Now remember that water is very important, especially on a hot day like today. Even though this workout isn't as intense as our last cardio Tabata, you still want lots of water. So let's take a commercial break, have some water, keep warm, and let's come back in a moment. Welcome back. I hope you feel refreshed from that water break. Still warm, roll those shoulders back, releasing any tension. We're gonna do lots of balance work for this next segment here. I want you to, if you have a chair and you'd like to hold on to something for balance, please do so. Otherwise, out here, we're testing our limits. The concrete, so be careful. Spread those toes out. We're gonna put your left foot in towards your inner right thigh, and I want you to press your foot and your thigh towards each other. Taking a big deep breath up. Hold it here if you'd like. Come up more, and if you can, let's add in that tricep stretch. I like to multitask. I'm a mom of 3. I have to get it done. So here we go. Working our core balance and stretching out those triceps from those chaturanga holds. Excellent. Breathe. I wouldn't close my eyes on this one. Unless you feel really like you'd like a challenge. Good, breath up. Bring that leg down nice and controlled. Let's try the other side. Picking up your right foot. Again, grab a chair, a friend who's very sturdy for balance. Pressing your inner thigh and your foot towards each other. Slowly bringing the arms up, over your head, shoulders are down and back. And tricep stretch here. Reaching down that arm down your back. Pat yourself on the back. You're doing a great job. Breathe that fresh air in. Excellent. Balance is so good. Very important part of your exercise routine. Good. Big breath, reaching up, foot down. Excellent. We're going to start with some lunges here. We're going to take your left leg forward. Nice big step. I'm going to focus lots on alignment and posture today. Lots of people will do lunges incorrectly, and that is probably my biggest pet peeve. So we're gonna work on that positioning today. I want you to bend your back leg. So your right leg is back, and I want you to make sure you're nice and tall and push that pelvis under. So now your right knee is coming straight down to the ground. Good, and there's not any leaning. Your ear, shoulder, hip, and your back knee are nice line. And then that, you should be able to see your big toe, your front toe. And I want you to bring now your arms up and overhead. Hold it here. Taking in that beautiful view. Watch that your arms are not up here, shoulders are down and back. Holding here. Something so simple, this little hold, make you nice and sweaty under the sun. Good, we're gonna work up into a balance now, so I want you to just push forward, balancing on that left leg, arms out wide, and a nice airplane hold. Again, you can put your arms down, hold onto a chair, or grab some yoga blocks. And I want you to imagine someone pulling that toe backwards away from you. It'll give you more strength and control in your hold. Breathe, keeping your eyes open on these ones here. Closing the eyes throws off that equilibrium just enough. Lifting that leg up nice and long, straight line from the head to the toe. Tummy's pulled up. One last breath in. Exhale and drop that leg down. This time keeping your back leg straight. Again, this time I want you to push those hips further forward, reach those arms up, and just slightly leaning back. Again, doing what you can. The stronger that core is, the further back you will be able to go. Okay, if it's not quite as strong yet, we'll work on that. We just want to stay more upright, but you really want to feel that stretch through your quad and hip flexor. Breathe. Now we're going to straighten both legs out and hinge forward from your hips. Okay, you're going to just have a slight bend so this knee is not locked. Good. Again, yoga blocks or a chair or a bag or whatever you have handy to hold on to balance you. You can put your hand on your shin or your thigh or your hips, or test that balance, arms out wide. Just make sure you're not ever putting pressure on that knee, okay? You want to feel the stretch to the back of that front thigh, that hamstring there. Good, breathe, keeping your back nice and straight, takes that stretch deeper. Excellent, now I want you to open up to the side, toes turned out slightly, pushing your knees away. I love this one. It's a stretch, it's a hold. Keeping those muscles warm, allowing you to stretch out deeper. You don't want to stretch when you're cold. If you need a deeper stretch when you get home after these workouts, you can have a shower if you need. Ooh, balance. Don't close your eyes. I'm going to blame it on the wind down here, okay? It's the wind. Good. Slowly coming up. Let's do the other side. Pivoting so your right foot is forward, your back leg is your left leg. You're going to bend it down, ear, shoulder, hip, back knee nice in line, and arms are up and over your head. Good, I'll just move forward here. Good, shoulders are locked back. Breathe, balance. Nice and low to the ground if you can. Up here is just fine as well. Do what you feel comfortable with. Good, getting ready for that balance. Psych yourself up. Here we go, big breath in. Exhale, push forward. Lift when you can. Lift that back leg up. Good, imagine someone pulling your toes away from you, holding on to something on the floor if you'd like. Arms out here for balance. It's very windy out here. Feel my airplane flying. Lift that leg. Good, big breath, last breath here. Come on back, keeping that front leg bent. Left foot is on the floor fully this time. Pressing that hip forward, feel that pull to the front of your hip flexor, arms up. And again, going back, bend just slightly, as much as you can feel comfortable with here. Opening up the quads and hip flexors. Those tight little muscles can cause so much pain. We really want to open them up. Breathe. Good, and hinging forward now, both legs are straight. Just making sure that front leg is slightly unlocked. Good, hands can go on your hips, your thigh, your shin, or the floor, but you want to try and keep that back straight. A lot of times people will have a rounded back. Feel that right now. Notice the difference in that hamstring stretch when you have a rounded back compared to a flat back. This one is much better. Nice flat back. Excellent, pivot forward again. Turning those toes out and opening it. We're not resting our hands here. We're not resting during our workout. It's a workout, not an easy out. Get your bum down, pushing your knees. Open, open. Good, and this time I want you to take your right shoulder and push it down towards the ground. Still opening up the thighs for that stretch through your inner thighs. Keeping your glutes activated here. Good, feeling that stretch through the shoulder and the upper back. Other side. Good, hands are gonna come to the floor and you're gonna straighten up, toes facing forward, head is down. And again, maybe you're only here, depending on your flexibility. I've been doing this for a while. Okay, you can walk your hands backwards. You can hang. Just take a moment to feel that open, that whole chain up behind you. Head is down, shaking your head so there's no tension in your neck. Excellent, bend your knees and slowly roll it up so your head is the last thing to come up. Rolling through the spine, roll the shoulders back, big deep breath, reaching up. Exhale, let's grab some water and we'll be right back. Welcome back, here we are down on the floor for some deeper stretching. Let's keep it moving. We're gonna go onto the floor, hands and knees. I like to make a fist here, just protect my wrist a little bit. If you have weak wrists as well, you may take this approach as well. Knees are under your hips, wrists and elbows under your shoulders. I want to do a nice cat-cow stretch, so we're going to start rounding the back like we did at the beginning, tucking your chin into your chest, pulling your hips forward. So we have shoulders and hips coming towards each other, armpits coming towards each other as well. Breathing into your back, and then breathe, and then we're going to just reverse that stretch here, lifting your chest and your seat bones up to the sky. Good, once more, rounding through your back, tuck your chin in, breathe in, and breathe out. Just getting a little more flexibility through the spine. We're gonna go into a little plank series. I want you to grab onto those biceps, placing the elbows on the ground. The reason for this is to make sure our elbows are stacked directly below the shoulders. You can clasp your hands, place your hands on the floor, whatever you feel comfortable with for your plank. You can go on your knees or your toes. I'm going to challenge you up on your toes for 20 seconds here today. I've got my little timer. Here we go. Feet are together, bum squeezed, tummies tucked under, shoulders are locked back. Just going to chill out here. Nice plank pose. Good job. Breathe. Make sure we're never holding our breath during your exercise. Feel those muscles working. When the timer beeps, here we go. We're sitting back in a child's pose. Head is down. Walking those arms far forward, sitting back in your heels. Good, come back forward. Elbows should stay in that proper distance away. Good, shoulders lock back. Make sure none of this happens. You're not reaching with your face. Pulling that tummy up nice and tight. Breathe. Good, drop back to child's pose. Good. One more time. Testing the plank in just a different way here, doing this, turning your core on and off quickly. Good, very important. Something you can think about when you pull that head back. Great tip for when you're driving, use the headrest. Keeping your head back, keeping that chin tucked in, protecting that posture. Good, I'm going to turn that off as we move into child's pose. This time knees apart, really stretch those fingers forward, bum to your feet. Good, feeling that stretch to the triceps as well, the shoulders we worked, head down. You may want to hang out here a little bit longer, but we're going to enjoy the next few stretches as well. Coming up again to your hands and knees, I want you to slide your left knee forward and pull that right toe back. Good, nice and tall here. Rather than thinking of sitting on that hip bone, I want you to press both hips towards the floor. If you're comfortable, stay here. If you want to come down, you can stack your fists and rest your head to the floor. If you're like me and you're always up for a challenge, we're going to come up and taking your right hand behind you, bend that left leg and pull, pull, pull your foot towards your bum. Not only just open up my chest, but really deepen my hip flexors, which I need from all those spin classes you've joined me at. Many of you, I hope. This is one bones. One of my favorite stretches. Gets my glutes, my hips from all angles. Awesome. Good, I'm gonna release that leg. I'm gonna come now into a high plank, stepping the leg back, downward dog, pushing your heels to the floor. Good, those calves, those hamstrings, we stretched quite deeply already today. Keeping them warm, throwing those holds in there. Good job. Now we're gonna bring the right knee forward. Or if you're one of those people that always does the opposite of the instructor, just do the opposite leg. Good, now you can choose staying upright here, stacking your fists and resting your head. Or up for that challenge by taking a beautiful view here, taking it all in. Oh, this makes the stretching so much more enjoyable. We should do more classes out here. I think I may head in for a little dip after. What do you think? Good, just another moment, breathe in. Make sure we're not sitting on that hip. You wanna be up nice and square to the floor. Excellent, now you can roll back, and I want you to bring your feet together in front of you, rock side to side, pull those cheeks aside to get right up on your sit bones, holding the ankles. Pull your feet as close as you feel comfortable in towards your center, and I want to press your knees to the floor, lifting up nice and tall. We're almost done our workout today. Feels so, so wonderful. Good, let's round that back once more, tucking your chin in now, release the grip on your legs, and you're gonna collapse to the floor. You wanna imagine the top of your head coming down to the floor. I know many of you are here, and that's okay. We're gonna slowly let the weight of your head pull you lower and lower to the floor and feel that stretch. Again, still pressing the knees down. Please don't let your kids press your knees down if you're feeling tight and you wanna go further. Stay safe. Breathe. And rolling it up one vertebrae at a time. I want to bring that right leg forward and pulling that left foot into the inner thigh, just like we did in our balancing pose, but now we get to relax on the floor. Good, taking a big breath up. Keeping your back straight, hinging from the hips, and I want you to imagine I'm trying to pull you up. Your hip bones are going to stay seated to the floor. What we're not going to do is round your back and pull your nose to your thigh. Okay, that's not proper stretching. I really want you to think deep. Think reach, reach, reach. If you can, flex your foot. You're going to feel this from the back of your ankle all the way up the back of your leg. Pull, pull, pull. Good. Breathe. I say breathe a lot. It's so important. Getting those oxygen into those muscle fibers. Good, come on up. I'm gonna bring this left leg right on over top. I want you to pull this left knee towards your right shoulder and to make sure we're not slouched. Always, always think long, tall, strong, proud. Pulling that left knee in towards the right shoulder here. Now lift up, up, up. If the spine will allow you to do some rotation, again, taking in that beautiful view, rotating to the left. This is the left leg pulled across the body, and we're rotating to looking towards the left. And if you want to look down towards that hand on the floor behind you, you're going to stretch right from the base of your head, neck, spine, down into your glutes. Wonderful stretch. Take it in. Good, unwind and changing legs. Bringing the right foot in towards that left thigh, sitting tall. Again, those cheeks pulled aside so you're sitting up on your sit bones. Big deep breath, reaching up, up, up. Exhale, hinging forward, right from those hips. Reach, 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 flex the foot for a deeper stretch. From the back of your ankle all the way up the back of your leg. Breathe, breathe. Shoulders, again, are not coming up to your ears, thinking of that perfect posture. As you exhale, those muscles relax. They really do, and they allow you to take this just a little bit deeper, even when you think you can't. Focusing on that breathing. Good, slowly coming up. Take that right leg across the body, sitting tall, tall, pulling your right knee in towards your left shoulder. Use that left arm to pull it up. Right hand behind you, sit tall. Stay here if that's your limit. Rotate if you can. You can see a bunch of kids playing in the ponds over there. So much fun, so wonderful that Castlegar has done this for us. Looking down now to the floor, just taking that stretch just one step further. Again, remember, stay within your limit. Pushing harder, stronger is not always the answer, especially if you're rehabilitating from an injury. Okay, take your time. Go slow, ease into it. Good, and find a good trainer who knows what they're talking about. Good job, you guys. Okay, I want you to bring now, you're gonna lay on your mat. Okay, come up nice to the top of your mat. I want you to lift up your feet. Just make sure those abs are engaged for one last exercise here. I'm gonna take your hands up off the floor. Shins are parallel to the floor. Chest is lifted, breathe. Almost done, almost done. One little challenge to finish us off. Straightening those legs. Can be a little bit tricky. Do what you can. Now I want you to roll back. Don't let your head touch the floor, but stretch. Exhale, come up. Power. Power. Stretch, lift. You can do this. One more time. Breathe, and this time roll down all the way and hug your knees into your chest. Feel that sunshine on your face. What a great place to be today. Arms open wide, palms are up. And I want you to drop your knees over to the left side. If this is too much rotation for your back, please lift up your top leg, okay? If you can tolerate, roll just a little bit more until that right arm is floating above the ground. Excellent. Palms are up to the sky. Looking at your right hand. Now bring that right hand up just a couple of degrees. You're gonna feel a beautiful stretch through your armpit and chest here, especially after those push-up classes. Yes, good. Take it in. Nice long spinal stretch. Good, one at a time, bringing those knees up to center. Hug your knees in, just stay here for a moment. I'm gonna go to the other side so you can see both sides. Hugging those knees into your chest. And now arms out wide to the side. You're gonna drop your knees over to the right side. Again, if this is too much rotation for you, please lift that top leg. Okay, good, roll it over, just a little bit until that left arm starts to float above the ground. Looking towards your left hand. Slowly bring it a couple degrees closer towards your head and feel that nice stretch down the armpit and chest, all the way through the spine. Feel the ants crawling all over you. Tickles just a little. Good. Stretching it out now. Legs stretch to one side, arms across. Imagine you have two people pulling you, stretching you across the ground. Big deep breath in, reach, tightening every muscle you can in between your fingertips and your toes. Breathe in. And exhale, relax and let your body sink into the ground. Excellent, you guys. Hands up off the ground and sit up using those core muscles. Always, always. Remember to take a couple of moments. We've done our stretching. You guys did great. I hope you had as much fun as I did, and you should feel loose, actually, and energized at the same time. Feel great. Grab some water, and I hope you enjoyed our episode of Fit Life Now. We'll see you next time.